What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Get into another reaction. Fire Force Season 3, Episode 1. Holy shit. It finally came out. I know motherfuckers that have watched Fire Force ever since the last season aired, which whenever I got into it, it had already been out and done for a while, I think. So this has been a long time coming for Fire Force fans. And it's funny because this is the first show that I officially started the reaction channel with. It was also one of the longest shows that took me to get done and all the way uploaded because I had 2 full seasons to watch, and I was also, you know, kind of all over the place with my schedule, and definitely not as efficient with editing, and was not comfortable with, you know, I didn't have certain things that I, you know, already knew how to do, or just muscle memory when it came to getting this stuff done and uploaded. You know what I'm saying? Now I have a really good understanding and foundation of what I need to do and what works for me, and I got all that squared away now, so it should be no issue. Obviously it hasn't been in the past couple weeks ever since I started picking up reacting again and getting these, you know, videos out for y'all. I mean, you know, we crushed Kaiju number 8, we crushed Demon Slayer, we crushed fucking One Piece, caught up to that, 17 episodes in a fucking row, 17 days, lickety split, and now, you know, One Piece is airing again too, which is amazing. So we got a good lineup for the spring season of anime, including Fire Force Season 3. I had a lot of fun reacting to it. Like I said, it was the first show that I started this channel with. You know, literally the first video that you go back, like the oldest video on this channel, I'm pretty sure is Fire Force Season 1, Episode 1 reaction. And you can just tell, like, if you go back to that, I mean, what a difference in the quality of my videos, and also just the way I talk, you know, getting more comfortable with talking to the camera, talking to you guys, stuff like that. Just like little stuff that comes in with doing YouTube, or just if you want to get more specific reaction content, and you know, just making content in general. Like, it's a vast difference if you go back and watch that video, but I'm pretty damn sure that's the first video up on this channel. And you know, I had a good time watching Fire Force and reacting to it for those first 2 seasons, even though I was late. I remember at the time, like, I had this idea for this reaction channel for so long, and I just wasn't putting it into action, and I just like woke up one day and I was like, let me just fucking start. Fuck it. Let me just start this shit. And I decided to start with Fire Force because I always had it in my head, like, I wanted to start with Fire Force. For whatever reason, I wanted to start with Fire Force because I knew that was a good show. One of my buddies had watched it. He said it was good. He liked it. And I was like, all right, you know what? That's gonna be it. I'm gonna start the channel with Fire Force, and I just did exactly that. It took a while to catch up and get it all uploaded, but we did it, and I had a fun time with it. And funnily enough, a lot of those reactions, I don't know about on the YouTube itself. I'm sure some of them did pretty good on YouTube, but I know for a fact that a lot of the clips that I got from Fire Force, you know, like just made a small clip and uploaded it to my social media, TikTok, Instagram, etc., especially TikTok. For whatever reason, a lot of those actually did really well, and I think it was just mainly because a couple of them I definitely clip farmed, like just like me reacting to the overdone or kind of hyperbole fan service in the show. There's no secret that Fire Force has a good amount of it, and seems pretty displaced sometimes. Like, it doesn't seem like it really is necessary a lot of the times, and I feel like that's a very big talking point, or at least it gets the internet commenters going for sure. And I think that's why some of those clips that I had on TikTok actually went off. I think my second most viewed clip on TikTok is episode from Fire Force, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with the character Arrow. It doesn't help that my fat ass was eating Doritos in that clip too, so like it was even like a little bit more of a clip farm because I'm just like munching away on Doritos, and then there's like some like wild fan service, and I like, you know, react to it and everything, and motherfuckers ate that shit up in the comments on that clip. They're like, yeah, you look like you would watch this show, dude. I'm like, dude, guys, relax, bro. It's just a show. Like, there's plenty of fucking fan service and nudity and everything that we watch nowadays in television and movies and everything, you know what I'm saying? But Fire Force definitely, you know, they don't shy away from the fan service, and definitely like kind of lean into it a little too much, like where it just feels awkward, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, season 3 is finally out. I'm very excited to get into this. I mean, I haven't done a refresher from like what we left off on in season 2 and whatnot. If I remember correctly, Shinra and Arthur were doing some training with Benimaru, and Shinra, I think Benimaru was trying to teach them something specific, something very specific that like will like make them ridiculously stronger. if they can master it. I can't remember what the technique was or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that was like in the last, like the most recent episode of season 2, like the last episode of season 2, episode 24 or whatever. So hopefully we get back right into that. But then again, also it's been like I said, it's been a couple years since like the gap from season 2 to season 3. So I'm curious how they're gonna jump us back into this show. What we're gonna get into first, how they're gonna recap us. I'm assuming they're gonna recap us in some sort of way, you know, since it's been so long. Like I said, it's a pretty big gap from season 2 to 3 in terms of like how many years it's been. And then also just get back into the flow of things. I love this show, and it holds a special place in my heart because, like I said, it's the first one that I started the channel with, and it was a good watch. Definitely was. And very, very funny moments, and just taking the fan service for whatever it is, and then having some of those clips go off on TikTok and people just lose their minds. Like, it was a good laugh from me. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Let's get into the episode. If you guys enjoy it, please like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification. We'll see the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Fire Force season 3, episode 1. That moon. Okay, it's not creepy at all. I will say one thing I remember from Fire Force, the art style is very distinct and eye-catching. I can't remember what studio does Fire Force, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty unique studio. I mean, look at the art already. Like, it just looks very unique. I love the art style on the show. Bro, it's been so long. I'm gonna need a fat, like, fucking reminder of what's going on. Fuck's going on? What's happening here? Who's moaning? Who's in need of help? Who's dying? Are we dying? Oh, that's what's his name? Karon, I think. Walk. What is going on? She's sweating her ass off. What the fuck was going on there? Was she the one that was screaming? Seems like it from all the sweat, snot, and maybe tears. I don't know. I love like the I forgot like the cities and stuff, like the background art. Like I love the steampunk vibe in this show too. Oh yeah, the big ass power plant or whatever. Like literally the whole world or country or what, like Japan, like revolves around that power plant, Amaterasu. There's some shady shit going on, I remember correctly. Like there's definitely some shady shit going on with certain companies or higher ups, factions. It's gonna take a second. We gotta get back into it and figure out what's going on. A little 1v1 action to get us back into season 3. Come on now, let's go. Vulcan, that's right, his name. He ended up joining Squad 8. That's Lisa, who was with Vulcan. Has some sort of... something was going on with her. I can't remember exactly what. Lieutenant? Hinawa. The operation to investigate the continent outside the Empire. That's right. Okay, nice. Yes, this recap. I needed this. Tamaki. The one that the studio just berates with, or the author berates with all of the fan service. It's like her whole gimmick. That's right. Bro, there's so much that happened in season 2. The animation's looking pretty goddamn good. It better be after this many fucking years. Sister Lily. That's her name, right? It just said sister. Oh my god, Maki! The way they animate. Oh, here we go. Already, not even 5 minutes in. They haven't lost their touch with the fan service, that's for damn sure. Ooh, and the sound effects. That's one thing about this show, Fire Force, for sure. Their sound effects, their audio design goes crazy. Obi, the captain.
これまでバラバラだった広告がついに一つになると。今度こそつながりは強固なものになるはずです。いいぞ、オービー。よくやった。特殊消防隊を中心に広告が一つになれば人体発火の謎を解明するための大きな一歩になる。
Damn right. That's the whole goal. Squad 8 or Company 8 actually about that shit. They trying to figure out everything.
お前の手柄だ。よく広告を一つにしてくれた。まだまだこれからです。軍が一体何の要件です。飽きたらオービー。あなたを連行。
Tokyo Imperial Army?
抵抗なさらずに。手錠を使って連行だと。どういうことだ。大丈夫です。何かの間違いでしょう。取り急ぎ日の輪に伝えてください。
They're locking up my man's Obi right away, dog? Whoa, is that white clad people? Of course. Of course! Of course they are! So wait, are you saying the white clad is cooperating with the Tokyo Imperial Empire? Like the military or whatever? The army? Yeah, Maki, beat their ass. What the hell is that? Just a button? What the fuck? We really had to zoom in. Like, they had. You think they would lighten up, but hey, they're standing 10 toes down on the fan service, guys. Yo. Oh shit. Yeah, that shit, like the blue flames and stuff, like, yo. Hysterical strength, that was the technique. Basically imagining having his character, it's like the same thing. Yeah, we got your captain, he's locked up. Yo, we better ride for this motherfucker. What's going on here?
かつての大災害以降、東京広告の民は人体発火の恐怖に怯えてきました。今こそ広告は生まれ変わり、一つにならなければなり。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page about this. Besides these white-clad fucks, but they got to be working with somebody. Why did the army come and pick up Obi, bro?
工場に至急参上せよということだ。全員呼び出しとは何事でしょう。何か大きな大事があったのか。
Captain of Company 1.
待っていましたよ。レオナルド・バーンズ大隊長。そして太陽神のために。
So the white clad. Did we already know this? The white clad is with the church.
一つとなる。彼らはアドラバーストを持つ太陽神の使徒です。そいつらは広告の敵です。ラブルス様、早くこちらへ。我々がここにいるのがそんなにおかしいか？
Oh shit!
配信者よ、この神聖なるバカなうせを。下がれハーメア、俺の知らない。大丈夫。自分の脳みそいじくって真面目に話す。ここは公王町。西洋教会の中枢だ。争いを起こす気はない。私たちはあくまで話し合いに来たんだ。外を歩く土足で入ってきて何言ってやがる。カリム、彼らの言う通り、ここは公王町ですよ。異界、伝道者、神、聖母、アドラリンク、バーンズの思考よ。トーキングヘッド。
Read Burns' thoughts?
バーンズ大隊長、あなたはもう気がついているのでは？何のことだ？その失った右目が何よりもの証拠ではないか。お前たちと同じだと勝手なことを言うな。烈火星宮ですか？烈火星宮は伝道の道半ばで散った敬虔な信徒でした。お前たちが殺したんだろ。我々が目指す大いなる目的に必要な犠牲。
Unnecessary sacrifice, of course. Okay. Just justify everything we've done.
その作り出した倫理などに何の価値があるのです？お前たちの目的は知っている。大災害の再現だろう。それは大いなる結果の過程でしかありません。我々西洋教徒はあくまで太陽神の意志に従うだけです。太陽神がそれを望んでいるとでも言うのか。
Yeah, we're all confused as fuck here. Like, how is what goal is after the Great Cataclysm? Is it just that everybody's dead?
その右目を代償に見たはずです。この世界のあり方、これからの未来を。この地球を太陽にすることです。かつての太陽がそうしたように。そんなバカな話が本当にこの星を燃やし尽くすつもりか。信心を示しなさい、レオナルド・バーンズ。圧倒的正解、圧倒的狂信、人知が及ばない解放。
What the fuck is she talking about, bro? Who is this? It keeps on cutting to. He seems like he's almost getting convinced. Is he about to kneel? There's no fucking way, bro. Conversion, right? Is that just manipulation from her ability because she was reading his mind and shit? Or like, is this truly what's happening here? Yeah. The white clads seem to be with literally fucking everybody. That quick, Arthur? He's just gonna offer him up. I bet. Squad rolling deep.
そうだな。俺は反逆者となるだろう。だからこれは個人的行動だ。命令ではない。反逆者になれば俺はもう中隊長ではなくなる。俺も行きますよ。当たり前でしょ。大隊長、助けましょう。
Damn right. Everybody's ride or die. Right? Everybody's with it, bro. Everybody's with the shits, man. Come on. Enough discussing. We ride at dawn for Captain Obi. Yo. The first and second company, yeah, that's true, because Leonard has already converted, apparently. Captain Burns, like, dude, that's fucking insane. The Tokyo Empire, baby. Alright, so looks like Company 8 is just gonna be fucking lone wolves, bruh. Unless there's some other companies that take, that help out. It's possible. Maybe like her name's Hibana, right? Her company. Okay, that's what I thought. I think we have an end credit. Some more after the ending. That was a good ending, though. I like it. The song's really good. Nice chill vibe. Burns and Hawameya. Okay. I don't like this at all. Oh, so that was under the order of Burns. Adolla burstを持つShinra草壁の奪還が伝道者の意志か。太陽神に尽くした命にはその炎に変える喜びを与えよう。I'm still so confused about how easily like, he just started listening to them and like converted or whatever. Like, is it truly because of what he's already seen and saw? Implanted with an insect? Yo, okay. Nah, there's no way, right? He's got to be like he's got to be like manipulated or something. Wow. Oh wait, maybe this is the ending and the first thing we saw was the opening. Gas, fucking gas. Fire Force is back. Holy shit. That's a lot to take in for episode 1. God damn. Alrighty guys, what another amazing episode of Fire Force. We're back into it. Episode 1 of season 3 down. Wow. Okay, so we got exactly what I wanted in the beginning of the episode. We got a nice little recap of, you know, what has happened prior to this season. With them investigating, you know, obviously ever since the beginning, the White Clad, learning more about Demon Infernals, started this investigation, or at least they did, I think, like the continent, like outside of the Empire, finding out some things from there, actually going toe-to-toe with the White Clad in many scenarios, learning how shady some of these other companies are, like whatever that that one company that has the kid and that one dude that Shinra fought. I can't remember his name. It was like his arm or something, like or like his main ability like was like smoke or some shit like that. I can't fucking remember. But they've done a lot of investigating, and it seems like they were finally on the, you know, track to like literally unite everybody into being able to like take on the Tokyo Empire and really find out what's going on behind the scenes. And that's why Obi presented that to, I guess, his higher up or whoever that was in that office. And then the Tokyo Empire literally comes for him and arrests him, which was under the orders, it seems, of Burns, since he's captain of Squad 1 or Company 1. And that's after they were confronted or invited by the priest or whoever that is, like I guess the leader of the church, the Holy Soul. And then the White Clad, all of them literally come out with fucking, what's that dude with the beak? He was from Squad 3. I think his name's Giovanni or something like that. I'm going to be reminded of names as we watch and continue to catch up in season 3 as episodes release. I'm going to be, you know, remembering everything. It's going to all come back to me. But yeah, him, and then literally the rest of, you know, White Clad, Hawameya, Karon, Shinra's brother is standing there too. It seems like to me, if I had to guess, is that, you know, because Hawameya was saying, like, I'm gonna, you know, read Leonard Burns' mind, and kind of it seems like she was steering the conversation in the perfect direction that it could go for her to be able to get him on her side, or the white clad side. And since the church is already on white clad side, basically, I mean, company 1 and 2 are like, obviously very devoted to the church. So they're not gonna really have an option to say no, even though if they don't really completely believe in it, like personally, with whoever's within those companies. I can't remember Squad 2 at the moment. I don't think we've seen much of Squad or Company 2, if I'm not mistaken. But Company 1 is Burns, so obviously they're invited. And then that conversation is steered in the perfect direction how Halamea wants because of her power, whatever she's using with her like brain and whatnot, and like reading Leonard Burns' mind. And I don't know if like she's also using it in a way where she can talk, or like what the words that she's saying and how she's manipulating conversation is like purely manipulating Leonard Burns' personality and actions, because it seems like he just had a complete 180 flip. Like it literally said conversion. He knelt and like showed respect, like as in like he was like, oh, I'm under you now, like I'll do whatever you say. And then even going so far where like at the end there in the edit credit, like talking to her saying like, oh, we've captured Obi, and the next move is we're gonna implant an insect in him. Like he's fucking not holding back, and just it seems like because of it being that drastic, him saying that he's going to put an insect in Obi, like a flame insect or infernal insect or whatever, like that's quite the commitment, bro. Like that's like really quick to be able to like flip personalities or goals like that quickly. So that's what's leading me to believe that how like we haven't really learned much about like, or a deep dive into how Halamea's power works or whatever, and how she's reading like people's minds and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure she's the main one that has to do with like what's going on with Shinra's brother and why he doesn't remember her a lot, or at least I'm pretty sure he didn't remember her a lot, or like really even know who Shinra was when they first like interacted with each other again, and stuff like that. Like she has a lot more power, influence, and control than I think we first thought, or at least that we've been shown yet. Like I want to learn more about her power, because if I had to guess, like obviously she's controlling Shinra's brother somehow. So I feel like that's just the same thing as like what's happening with Burns now. I don't feel like Burns actually believes all that was said to him right there. I mean, obviously he's like seen some shit, everything that's going on with his right eye and like whatever. But I feel like most of that conversation, or most of that conversion, is just more of Halamea's manipulation. Like she's just fully got him in a chokehold of manipulation. Like I'm curious to learn more about her power and also like what's really going on there. But obviously, because of all that, Company 8, they obviously are going to ride or die for Obi. And if they're going to go try and save Obi, that means that they're going against the Tokyo Empire, which is literally, it's the Empire. They're literally in charge of the entire country and everything. So they're going to be going up essentially against everybody, depending on who. I mean, because Squad 1 and 2, they said are supposed to be completely devoted to the church. So that means they're going to be on the white clad side and Tokyo Empire side. I don't know if any other companies would be willing to team up with Squad 8 if it means going up against the Tokyo Empire, because that means risking their own necks. You know what I'm saying? So I think Hibana, I think that's her name, captain of Squad 5, if I'm not mistaken. Like, obviously they've been in touch and they're like pretty close and whatnot, but who knows if she and her company would even help, because you're going against the entire Tokyo Empire. So it might be a situation where in season 3, like it seems like the focus is like, we're going to continue and try and expose the truth as much as possible and reach our goal and really expose all the shady shit that's going down. But it's going to be just us against everybody. That's what it seems like. It seems like Company 8 versus the world. And who knows who's going to be really helping them. I mean, like one person I could think of that actually would be down is Joker, because he's always been sort of a lone wolf that we haven't caught up with in a while, at least from my understanding. I can't remember the last we saw of him. But like maybe we end up working with him, because he's always been like a lone wolf, and he has multiple connections. He has some sort of relationship, or has known Burns as well. He isn't under like a squad or company in the Special Fire Force, and he's not under like the White Clad or the Tokyo Empire, so he could very well maybe be somebody that we could rely on. But Other people in the Special Fire Force, like, okay, Benny Maru, and I think that's Squad 7 is Benny Maru. Captain of Squad 7, I want to say. I'm pretty sure, like, they're very close allies of ours. Like, obviously, he just trained Arthur and Shinra in this hysterical strength technique. So I'm super excited to see them actually whip that out, because I'm sure they're much stronger now with that, and see what it actually looks like. But even though we're super close allies with them, like, are Benny Maru, are they going to be his ride or die as well? Like, are they going to be like, all right, fuck it, yeah, we'll fucking work together with you. Yeah, we're taking on the Tokyo Empire? Bet. Who knows if that's actually going to happen, because that's a pretty big risk to take, to just go up against the entire empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of other things that could be involved, like cut funding, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure they probably, you know, fund or get paid from the Tokyo Empire, Special Fire Force companies, right? Or, I mean, you're just making yourself an enemy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Compared, like, of the white clad Tokyo Empire, literally everybody. So it's a huge risk to take. So it very well might be just Squad 8 or Company 8, and that's it. It's taking on this challenge. I mean, yo, Fire Force Season 3 is looking like it's gonna be a good fucking time, dude. And then one little tidbit, obviously, in the recap, like, you know, we're seeing the characters that we're catching up with in Squad 8, and yeah, they're standing 10 toes down on the fan service, dog. Of course, you know, they haven't, you know, lightened up on my girl Tamaki at all. You know what I'm saying? Zooming in on her chest and everything, like, yeah. No lack of fan service in this show, that's for sure. You know, they didn't lean up on it at all in Season 3. At least that's what it seems like thus far in the first few minutes of this episode. You know, that was obviously funny to see. You know, they're standing their ground, dog. But yeah, another great episode. I'm very excited to be starting this, getting into some new stuff. And Season 3 has been a long wait from Season 2 of Fire Force, so a lot of other people that, you know, enjoy this show and have been looking forward to it, it's finally here. So a lot of people are excited, and, you know, hopefully it lives up to the hype. And first episode down, good watch so far. I don't know if this is going to be I would assume it's going to be 24 episodes, just like the previous 2 seasons. I would hope, since it's also been so long since the 2nd season. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to be another like 2-core 24 episode season. And if it is, then we got plenty more to watch. Another, you know, what is that? 24 weeks or 23 weeks of Fire Force Season 3. So yeah, amazing job. Glad it's back. Fire Force, always good time. And yeah, it's gonna do it. Can't wait until next week for the next episode. If you guys enjoy this reaction, please like down below. Comment, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.